alrighty. 1, 2, 1, 2. Testing 1, 2. Good evening, folks. Good evening. What about yous? And happy Easter. Happy Easter. Keegan, first one in. Happy Easter there, Keegan. Nice one. Nice one. Surah. Good evening, Surah. Worked on her legs. Getting really excited. Oh, nice one, Surah. That's good to hear it. Good to hear it. Nice one. And Sarah's not actually talking about her actual legs. It's legs on a build that she's building. Silver, nice one. What about you, Silver? Sarah is trying to get Boss to tell me about that book. Oh yeah, Sarah, you want to go back and check out his earlier live streams? Yeah, it's worth a watch. Like, it's worth a watch. Yeah, I know. Martin, any sculpting material? So mashed potato, close encounters, certainly. Mashed potatoes, why not? Why not? Spider-Moth, morning Spider-Moth. Good evening, sir, good evening. Ezrom, nice one, Ezrom. What about you, man? And Ozmagic as well. Good evening, Ozmagic, nice one. We're all in, nice one, happy days. So yeah, bit more sculpting tonight. Bit more sculpting, yeah, I know. And I thought myself and Spider-Moth were talking there on Instagram. And he was looking to maybe do a Easter Island head. A wee Easter Island head. I'll change the camera in a wee second. But yeah, I'm saying it's Easter, why not? So he got himself some sculpey firm there. But anything will do at all, honestly. I mean, air dry clay. These ones are actually carved from wood. So, but I've just sort of got those out. That was one of the examples that I used to do. So yeah, sculpey at the ready. Nice to hear it. And tinfoil as well, man. If you have it, tinfoil instead of wasting it. It's totally up to you. You can just leave it solid sculpey. You know, especially with that firm stuff, you know, I'm sure we'll keep it quite small. What are we talking, keyring sort of thing with a flat back? Or will we make it, completely round? It's totally up to you, man, or I can do both. But, yeah, it should be fun. I'm sure about this, my dad's really into the Easter Island heads. Oh, nice one, dude. Nice one, Ezrom. Well, yeah, well, here's your chance. Yeah, I know. Only one's head. Tin. Danielle, good evening, Danielle. What about you? Happy Easter. Just happy Easter to yourself. Nice one. So this guy still needs a bit of work. Although this guy was back. I'll change the camera. Hold on. Change the camera. Let's see. So yeah, I got this guy baked. So he's looking good. He's ready for some paint. Get a wee bit of focus there. Thank you. So he's good to go. Turned out okay. Made sure to poke the holes in the bottom. Let the air out just in case. And yep, didn't burn him to a crisp this time. I think Danielle was saying the last one, low and slow is the way to go with Sculpey. No, I think it recommends, I don't know what it recommends on the packet, but it's good to go a wee bit lower and a wee bit longer than whatever it says on the pack. And then I made that wee tool yesterday. What do you see, mate? If you've seen the stream yesterday, that was a wee tool I made for making rivets. Don't know if you can really see it, but I'll hopefully be able to demonstrate it in a wee minute with some Sculpey. And then I tried to make another one from some inside of a spray bottle. I just kind of joined two tubes and then stretched this one out and cut it. I've tried it already and it makes really, really, really small rivets. So that was thanks to Bots. Bots suggested stuff like that. He was suggesting like some copper pipe and stuff, or he had a few good suggestions. So I kind of went with that. So yeah. Make for a nice present. It sure would, Ezrom. It sure would. happy bunny day. So yeah, like I said, this guy has a crazy mouth. I was gonna put another eye on the back here, which I could do later on. I'm in no rush tonight. I really am in no rush tonight at all. So could end up doing that later. Who knows? And but for now, yep, we'll go for a wee Easter Island head. I'll maybe draw a wee sketch first, and it might make a bit more sense. Let's see, paper. Wee pen. Let's see. I'll do it out in pencil first, sure, and then I'll go over it with a bit of pen. But oh man, the Easter Island heads are really simple, really fun to sculpt, and you can sort of stylize it if you want to. You know. So yeah, eyes about there, nose down about there. Yeah. that's about it. Let me see, I'll just get a pen. And if you Google image it, there is a load of different sort of styles of these. But that's kind of it in its basic form. As sort of simple as I could draw it. And then sort of from the side profile. Something like that. So yeah, that's the sort of simplest way I can express it. There's not really much work in it at all. I would be tempted to kind of style it up a wee bit, you know, and put a wee bit of a spin on it, but it's totally up to you. Let's see. Probably the sort of thing I would go for. Something like that, just with a bit of a bigger nose, sort of slightly more rounded edges. See that all right? Yeah. So yeah, that's my kind of plan. But obviously the simplified version would come before this guy anyway, as far as when you're sculpting. So you can really take it as far as you want. So let's see, get rid of that. Get rid of those terrible drawings. Spider Map from this is, how can I forget? Spider Misses. Good evening. Good evening. Cheers. Alrighty. So, oh and yeah, these are ones I sculpted from wood. This one I did way back. This is one of my very first sort of carvings. Good wee keyring. But very simple, again, carved from green wood. So, and when I say green wood, I mean fresh. I think I was saying that last night. Green wood this and green wood that. I mean just freshly cut wood. It doesn't have to necessarily be green. You know. And then that one there was a wee bit later. Kind of more of a tiki mask sort of thing. But yeah, painting the eyes of these guys is real fun. But yeah, we'll keep it simple tonight. And just a couple of simple tiki heads. Guth got the sculpey and the tinfoil. Nice one, Spider Muff and Spider Misses. I'm glad to hear it. And yeah, like I was saying, what are you thinking? Key rings with the flat backs? Or will we go for completely round? The difficulty level's really exactly the same, but it's totally up to you. Keyring with a flat back, or just we'll go for a wee bit smaller than that. I'll show you with the tinfoil. So let's see. So that would be the flat back version for tinfoil. Just kind of squish it into a tablet with a nice flat back on it. And it doesn't have to be too compressed, you don't need to worry too much. Just depending on whatever size you want it. But yeah, that would be, and keep in mind when you put the Sculpey on, the size of this is going to grow ever so slightly. You know, if you think of the thickness of clay the whole way around that. So that's the sort of size I'm going to go for the keyring one. And just get those edges kind of square. You don't have to be too particular really. Basically the fussier you are with this underlayer of tinfoil, the less clay you would have to use. But there's a sort of fine line, do you know what I mean? Yeah. Just want to fill that space. But again, if you're not worried about the clay, if I was just using air dry clay like Daz clay or something cheaper, I wouldn't even make one of these. I would just cut a slab of it and work from clay, you know. So that's not what you want. And then I'll do another one just as like a pillar, a bit like this, but just a bit more uniform. This has got like a slope on it that I deliberately kind of put on it. And this will just be again just like a palette, just kind of with a flat bottom and a flat top. And what's this about? Lengthen with thumb. Yeah. G-Star the first. Good evening, G-Star. What about you? Happy Easter. Okay, and that's about as good as that needs to be. So that's our two armatures, we'll call them. I think you could call that an armature. I know when you say armature, you sort of think of wire and stuff, but really anything on the inside of something you're going to sculpt, I would class it as armature. I don't know about you, but yeah, that's about as far I need to take those. Cheers. I'm sorry, yeah, I think G-Star's been in a couple of times, yeah. G-Star's been in a few times, alright. I think so, unless I'm mistaken. So let's see, move that out of the way. Oh, let me see. Keep a few things in shot. Okay, there, don't forget about him. Okay, up there. Okay. Oh, I'll maybe show you these wee tools. The wee rivet tools that I made first. I'll just cut a slice. Just use Moira. Maybe cut another slice just in case, always good to have it on hand. And Spider Math and Spider Misses, you might find if you're using the dark grey Sculpey or the Sculpey Firm that it won't quite be that consistency. It might be a wee bit crumbly, you know, it might tend to want to crack a wee bit or just be that wee bit stiffer. But if you kind of tear it up into wee bits, just kind of pull it and tear it or whatever and get it into smaller bits. Once you start handling it a wee bit and kind of kneading it a wee bit, it'll get much easier to deal with. And I think we've said, oh, put that knife away. I think I've said before, if you have like, you know, a rolling pin, you could beat it with a rolling pin, or What else could you use? A mallet. You could use a mallet like a meat tenderizer, or like myself, if you've got a pasta machine. I have a pasta machine here, and once I get it sort of into smaller bits, I'll stick it through the pasta machine, and that just gets it ready to go. So either way, it just needs a bit of manhandling. You're breaking your arm. Ezram, tea done, foil balled, clay cut, tools out, think right. Nice one, Ezram. Nice one. Glad to hear it. And Sarah, yeah, go for it, Sarah. Come on, let's go. And Oz Magic, nice one. I think I already said hello, Oz Magic. And Martin, nice one, Martin. How much do you pay for a block of that? The last time I bought a block, I think it was about £14, 14 or 15 quid for a big block that size. Spider-Man might be able to keep you right. He just bought some recently. You got some cheap stuff, it works fine, but hard as anything to get at the start. Yeah. If it's really, really tough, if you have any baby oil, see if you get a wee bit of baby oil in it and just kind of knead it into it a wee bit. That'll soften it up a wee bit. Not too much, not too much. Or even just coat a wee bit of baby oil on your hands, But you can see my stuff here is already, that's it, loosened right up. Nice and malleable. Again, kind of rolling it. Sometimes work. This one hasn't sort of got quite there. Rolling it a few times, turning it over on itself. You gotta work it. That's it. You gotta work it. And the heat of your hands helps as well. The heat of your hands definitely helps. So once I think I've got it soft enough, I'll start on the flat back one first. I'll kind of manipulate it into a point and get it nice and soft, and just kind of start pushing it onto the tin foil, and just not getting too far ahead of myself, just making sure that as I move that along, I'm pushing it in, not trapping any air bubbles, and just slowly going around and coating that all. You'll kind of feel, if you have trapped air underneath it, you will feel it. It'll just not feel the same as everywhere else. So if you just kind of work that air out, or get one of your tools, especially like using, see, like a wooden handed tool, like a rolling pin, and that kind of gets the air out. And like I said, don't get too ahead of yourself. Don't think I'll cover this all in one big blob kind of thing. Just work your way into it. Smooshing, that's really the only way I could describe it. Kind of smooshing it on, and feeding it with one hand and smooshing it on with the other. You got forearm muscles are pumped. Yours was 12 quid, same day delivery. Nice one, Spider-Man. Hasn't moved in price at all then. That's roughly what I would have paid, yeah. Was counting price, same size as Andy's, but it's grey. That's brilliant, man. That's brilliant. That's nice, like. I know. And so, guys, there's this kamikaze bird that won't stop trying to get into your car. Flip me. My word. Andy, I got two YouTubers I would like to post their links to the channels. They're both in clay. Here, Cajun, go for it, of course. Go for it, Cajun. And anybody has any other clay channels that they wanna throw in there, it's always handy. I've watched a lot of clay channels in my time, like, not to make myself sound like an old timer there. But yeah, it's definitely helpful watching other people. But yep, just keep smooshing it on, and if there's places where you see the tin foil through, just smoosh a wee bit more on, get it covered. I'm doing the curved surface here first on the front, and then I'll move on to the back here. It's been packing at your... My word, what is it at, Sarah? What? It's just took a dislike to your car. Andrew Creations. And Clay, awesome person. Check out his nice one. Andrew's Creations and Clay. Just kind of using the table to smooth it out a wee bit, roll it around. See in the front there, still a wee bit of foil exposed. So stick a wee bit more on there. And no idea, we tried putting out the scarecrow, it didn't care. And the other flavours were, my word, so the firm was the cheapest. That's wild, Spider-Math. I didn't realise there were different types, just imagine different colours like the Fimo. Yeah, no, when it comes to Sculpey, that's it. I think we've talked about it before, there's like a porcelain one as well. Yeah, I know. That's, yeah. But that's wild, the fact that the heavier one, or the firmer one, is it more expensive? Or cheaper, sorry. That's wild. Oh, and I'm definitely doing the panel lines on rivets in these, without a doubt. I'm not just going to leave them plain. That will look awesome. Okay, just working to get it sort of as even as possible. Get a nice kind of curve on the front, just to give it a bit of dimension. For straight edges, I have always found if you kind of pinch it real carefully, you know, I want this edge here kind of coming to a stop. So I'll put my thumb behind the straight edge and kind of pinch it just ever so slightly, just to kind of round that edge off a bit. But yeah, I think that's about good. If we really wanted to, just to make sure, give it a bit of that. Just to make sure it's all kind of uniform. Alrighty. So, hopefully you've got one of those. If not, and you've went for the rounded one, it's the same thing. Just get your clay softened up. Ace of clay, Cujin, yeah, great shout. Ace of clay, yeah. I turn on save the bird. Nerdy crafter, okay. Nerdy crafter, that's a vaguely familiar channel, alright. So yeah, same again with the rounded one. Personally, I do like the more totem style ones myself, you know, the more than the key ring, just for the fact that with the totem one, if you make it small enough, you can turn it into a key ring anyway. You know, either as you're sculpting, have the sort of metal loop already pressed in there, or just drill it out after when he's done. So yeah, I do prefer the rounded ones more. Oh. 2 popsicle sticks, rolling pin, pasta machine. Sarah, nice one, good point, good point. If you do, or if you don't have a pasta machine and you want to roll something out uniform, you can take 2 popsicle sticks, or how many ever popsicle lollipop sticks, and set them either side, put your clay between them, and then you know, roll out over the top, kind of thing, to get a uniform thickness. Yep, that's also nice one, Sarah. Yep. Bots, good evening, Bots. What about you, man? Nice one. Just doing a wee bit of tiki sculpting. A rolling pin for dough works too. Just wash it real good. Yeah. Marshmallow shape. That's true. Yeah, that's true. That's very true. Well, this one has a flat back. I'm going for sort of a keyring style tiki, or sorry, Easter Island head, and then a round one, you know, like a pillar style. So yeah, I'm doing both, and I'm just doing both because it gives everybody. There's a few people sculpting along. So it just gives everybody a chance to get caught up. I don't want to rush it too much. And obviously let me know if I am rushing, or if something's going wrong. Yeah, no. We're definitely in no rush tonight at all. No rush. The keyring one? Yeah. And this wee one too, like this guy. Yeah. So, but they're wood. They're just carved from fresh wood. So, never really sculpted one before. As you've seen, I've only really sculpted these types of guys. And I do intend to sort of stylize mine up a wee bit with a big set of flaring nostrils and maybe a big pouty mouth. But, yeah. Just to make it a wee bit different. So we'll just get these covered first. Get them at a sort of blank stage. Oh no, gee. Oh, and saying earlier, Bots, I made a couple of wee rivet tools. I'll try them out here in a minute. Hopefully you can make those out. I'll try them out here right now, actually, on this piece of clay that I'm holding. This one first. Again, just a bit of spray bottle tube. Heated up and pulled out. Oh yeah, that works a treat. And this wee one that I made again, I just kind of between my fingers, I just kind of straightened this out into a tube and then poked a wee ball stylus in it. And yeah, it's just making them a wee bit deeper. Now I'm not sure if I like that one. I think I like the other one better. Oh, it's a terrible line. Let's see. sort of effect that's having. Too good, yeah. No, both of them work okay. Certainly a more of a rivet effect. I like the you know, instead of just having the divot, you have something in there. And I'll certainly turn up more on the dry brush. So yeah, nice one. I like those. Definitely like those. Oh, Bots, just when you say, man, about making aircraft style, you know those panels that you made, it was just at the end of your last video, and you took the aluminium can and kind of put a divot in it, you know, with something like this. And then, but yeah, you know what I'm talking about, and then did the rivets around it. Man, that was so cool. I really want to be trying that, making those sort of raised panels. Really, really cool idea, man. Really cool idea. Gratch, what about you, Gratch? Nice one. Good evening. And if you wanted to, I think the Easter Island heads, they're kind of, what would you call it, oblong, is that the word? You know, sort of thinner at the top and thicker at the bottom. So at one point you won't get a perfect sort of tube, so at one point sort of choose a bottom that's slightly thick, or yeah, slightly wider than your top. So yeah, because we want to flare it out kind of thing. You know, you can see sort of the edges of him are kind of, they're not straight, kind of flared a wee bit. If you have a baked or relatively solid sculpey that is firm but not baked, then an ice cream scoop, a little dot with your rivet tool, and try adding one on top without denting it. Ice cream scoop, a little dot with your rivet tool. That would be tough. That would be tough to do, man. That could be fiddly. That could be fiddly. And Keegan, yeah, we're already kind of talking that. He was pushing that in bot stream as well. You know, we're already discussing that, already sort of expressed how I felt about that. It's not the kind of thing you can just do. It needs a lot of organisation, you know. I really do think Silver, focusing your time on maybe learning how to edit, you know, getting a wee video. Like even you could be recording this if you're doing this along, you know. And that is honestly the best way to grow your channel. Silver, it really is. Not collaborating. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot of work. It really is a lot of work. And I have enough of my stuff going on at the minute to be focusing on other things, you know. It's making videos isn't easy. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot of work. Come tomorrow, I'll be working on my next video. Martin, is there a reason you don't roll a sheet and cover the foil in one go? Is there a reason you don't roll a sheet and cover the foil in one go? I've seen the other clay artists do it in one go without problems. Oh right, yeah. I know what you mean. Rolling out a sheet with a rolling pin or putting it through the passing machine. Yeah, in my experience, if you don't do that perfectly, you trap air underneath it, and it can cause problems later on when you bake it. So from an unexperienced point of view or a beginner's point of view kind of thing, I find it's better to push it in the way I've been doing, and it just means it's not leaving any margin for air getting trapped underneath. But yeah, Martin, totally, if you're confident enough to roll out a clean sheet and stick that into that sort of uneven surface, yeah. Or I think we mentioned last night as well, you could cover that in masking tape if you wanted to as well, and that kind of helps. Do you know what I mean? To fill some of those gaps, just covering it in masking tape, and it works perfectly fine. There's no problems in the oven, I know. But yeah, I'm just sort of trying to be foolproof with it, I know. One proposed reason for the shape of the East Island head, shape of the sides, if they stand next to one, the taper makes them look like they reach the sky. Oh, right. Good point on the air pockets, yeah. That's it, man, yeah. The Clay Shack, good evening. What about you? The Clay Shack, and happy Easter. Happy Easter to you too. So yeah, as you can see, mine's kind of uniform. It's not perfect. At the end of the day, we're going to try to simulate sort of something that was carved from stone. So you really don't have to be perfect about it. And my plan is to do the panels and rivet holes. It's up to you if you want to do it too. So that, I mean, that covers a lot of imperfections too. So it certainly doesn't have to be perfect. And Sarah, what happens with air pockets? Have I got any examples? Don't think so. What'll happen is, Sarah, it'll the air basically has to find, when you're baking, it has to find somewhere to go. So it'll just find the thinnest part of clay, wherever the thinnest part of the clay is, and crack through it, burst through it, and leave either a big gaping crack or a big bubble with a crack in it, or yeah. That's why I tend to either leave the bottom exposed and give the air somewhere to go, or poke some holes. It's like a double security kind of thing. Because, like I said, it happened to me once, and there's nothing worse, Sarah, than you sit and spending a wee bit of time making something and just not knowing that potential things can go wrong, and then it does go wrong. So, yeah, to me, it happens once, and I'll not let it happen again. So I just take those sort of extra precautions. But with experience, like I said, you'll learn to cut corners kind of thing in the long run. But no, I'm trying to keep this foolproof, just so we'll get a finished product and not something that needs patched or repaired, Try the rivet deposit method. I bet you can do it. Just takes a little practice. Right. Okay. I'll try. Let me see. Well, this clay is fairly warm. And scoop a wee bit up. Twist it out carefully. And then... Oh, it didn't stick. Another way is to put a blob on top and try to press the tube on top and then pull it off and remove the excess. Yeah. Darcy, good evening, Darcy. Have clay, can't find tinfoil. Darcy, you just work from a chunk if you want. If you've got enough clay, just work from a chunk of clay. The only reason I'm using tinfoil is to save on clay. So Darcy, yeah, you could just work from a chunk. Just either roll out a sausage with flat ends, or a pill with a flat back. I think that's the best way to describe those. But yeah, don't necessarily need the tinfoil. Probably need to use a sharper metal tube. Yeah, bots, I think that's what it is. Alright, I think that's what it is. I know. I did think as well it would be a lot more time consuming, but of rolling up a wee ball, or a lot of them, obviously, and sticking them wherever you want them, and then putting a dot in it with a stylus. And this one's pretty big, like, but just as an example. Something like that's quite good. It's a bit big, but you still get a wee bit of dimension from it. But no, I think these wee tools now are great. I really like these wee tools. I think that, yeah, this one's slightly better. Yeah, I really like that. Really like that. It's really neat and tidy. Yeah, but I think if it was metal, it would be a bit easier. Yeah. Half moon is the most annoying thing when you work with clay. Being sensitive is conditioning clay as well. Yeah. Saturday's the second. Animal hair, yeah, animal hair. And eyelashes. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, Danielle, so half mooning then, is that what you call that? Have about 3% of your big chunk of clay, so we need to find some sort of non-melty filler. Paper would be dangerous, wouldn't it? Like, paper would be a bit dangerous. That's what I actually do with game stuff. Make a tiny thin sausage roll, slice them. Okay, yeah. They don't always end up exact, but it works. Yeah. So, got my puck, my 2 pucks, ready to go. Move that out of the way. And I'll maybe start on my keyring one. So, what I want to do is just double check that it's kind of rounded, that it's flattened out just a wee bit there. Not be too bad. Martin, we could make a cylinder from clay, bake it, and then use that. Yeah, but he doesn't have very much clay, Martin. That's the problem. He doesn't have very much clay. That is the problem. What could you use? Paper's bad idea. Woodwork, yeah, can stand the heat, but they wouldn't pun. Yeah. Darth Buzz, what about you, Darth? Good evening, sir. Good evening. Wood can release oils, yeah, when you heat it. Yeah, there's no escape. A pebble, yeah, like Spider-Man, that could work, yeah, a pebble. I know, everything is risky. Apart from inanimate tinfoil. Yeah. Anyway, I'm playing with this too much. So, need some more clay, ready to go. Oh, the stone would expand and contract too much. Okay, bots? Yeah. Parchment paper, parchment paper isn't gonna, crumple tight with masking tape. Oh, well, Darcy, masking tape, you could just ball up masking tape and not even use the parchment paper. Just ball up some masking tape. That would do perfect. Yeah. Sweeney, DaVinci Resolve 17 is good program for editing, very power hungry. Yeah. The one I found, I used it on a really crappy laptop, and it was called Shotcut. Shotcut. If you're looking at a very low spec editing program, without a doubt, and it'll do everything that you need to do. Either that or your phone. That's how I started editing, on the phone. Green stuff, milliput, or even epoxy sculpt. Yeah. Alrighty, so I've rolled out a thin sheet. I say I rolled out if you didn't have a roller. Yeah, that's not really fair because you might not have a roller. You could use a rolling pin. Yeah, if you don't have a rolling pin, you could just do this instead. Just kind of smush out a coin in your fingers and just try to keep it kind of uniform. And then take anything at all, a pen, a pencil, and just kind of flatten it out. Doesn't have to be perfect. All you're looking for really is see this nice edge, that nice edge there, because I want to keep that. I want to keep that nice edge. So I've cut mine into like a strip. I'm gonna lay it wherever I want the eyes. Probably a good idea to mark it first. So I want my eyes about there, or say my eyes, the eyelids. You know what I mean? He doesn't really have eyes. It's just more of a brow. There we go. That's a correct word. Is brow. So I'm doing that first. So I'm gonna take this lump of clay and stick it about there, and just wrap it the whole way around. But it'll turn up the edges a wee bit. Just turn them up. Get that on there. And then I'll just use my knife just to cut off that excess. Doesn't have to be pretty, you're going to blend it in anyway. Something like that. So from now on, as we're working, we want to avoid touching this nice edge that we've got here. This nice sort of rolled edge that we got from rolling out our clay, or from squishing it out, or whatever you've done, or if you could maybe stretch it a wee bit if it's pliable enough. And we're just giving him like a wee hat. And that's going to be his brow. Don't need to worry so much about these edges that are on the sides here, because we're going to blend those in. Kind of start blending them in there with my thumb. Same again on this side. But yep, certainly just try to avoid squishing this and being aware that we're keeping that. We're keeping that edge. And for now, just blending the rest in. So you can see I'm just creeping this round. Just round a wee bit more. Right there. And I'm going to take something with a rounded edge and use it just to put a wee, what do you call it, kind of indent in there. I want that to sort of sweep. Be like a sweeping brow. So I'm just coming above the brow and just rolling that out, rolling it out. And I could roll a wee bit here too, just to flatten that side out. And blend that in. I think that's about as far as I want to take it, looking at the profile there. You don't want to take it any further than that. And get this top blended in a wee bit. And you can see there from cutting that has created that sort of rim. So I want to keep that. So instead of sort of smooshing it all, I'm using this ball stylus, or I could just use my thumb and just blend that all. And again, I'm using that sort of pinch action that I was talking about earlier, just to keep that nice raised edge. And like I said, whatever tools you have, if you ball stylus, you could use that. If you even had, like these kind of rubber styluses that you get, you can use that for blending in. Anything at all, you're just kind of smooshing those edges together. And we open size a wee bit. Okay. Same sort of just squeezing it in at the temples there. Just giving a wee bit of definition. If I really wanted to there on the brow, I could come in with like a pointy tool and just run it along there and make that a wee bit deeper. Or it could come in with, what else could it come in with? Anything at all with a sharp edge on it, like say even a wee knife, and just run it along that edge. But I'm going to leave that where it is. I always like a sort of natural rounded edge. So yeah, I hope you can see that so far. Hope you're following along, and any problems, let me know. I'll go back, let me see. Stone Expanse, yeah, DaVinci Resolve. Check the spec sheets and these. Ezra, I still do my videos from my phone, but I suppose the needs for music videos is very different. Yeah, that's it, Ezra, that's it. But yeah, phone's perfectly fine, flip me, perfectly fine. And bots, I would think DaVinci Resolve, I think Silver's computer would struggle. He was saying he needs a new motherboard and stuff, so I think it would struggle with DaVinci Resolve. I would definitely stick with Shotcut. It's the lowest spec I could find anyway. And I had it running, you know that laptop that I took apart on the stream, I had it running on that. And I think it only had like 4 gig. You don't know. So yeah. One of the best videos you can watch to learn anything about polymer clay is a polymer clay tutorial. She tests every type of clay at baking time, so you don't have to, and she saved me a small fortune. A nice one, Danielle. Any mods, feel free there to stick that channel in the chat there. Polymer clay tutor. Thanks, Darth. Thank you, Darth. Nice one. Sir, like Andy mentioned last video, you could buy a cheap bolt from Home Depot or somewhere and use that as a base. Yeah, sorry, sir, did I miss that? Yes, sir, certainly, when it's baked, or even now, like say, this would, you know, I could have buried, before I scrumpled that tinfoil out, I could have buried a big heavy bolt in there. I haven't got any sitting around. But yeah, totally to give it some weight, you know, or even afterwards, yeah, you know, like when this guy's finished, I could stick a heavy washer on there, and then cover it up with some more Sculpey, and then just put him back in the oven and bake it again, you know. Oh, certainly, sir, sorry if I missed that. Bolt base, you missed that? Yeah, from a paperweight point, you know, these guys, they're quite heavy, but like I said, I could drill that out and put a big heavy bolt in there and make it a really good heavy paperweight, you know. And that's true, bots. Windows editor is quite good. Yeah, that's true, bots, that's true. So let me see, where am I? Alright, nose. You could start with a bolt. Yeah, you could. So, oh no, maybe what I'll do is, instead of moving on to the nose on this guy, I'll put him to one side and get this guy to the same point he's at. What about that? And yeah, sorry if I missed anything in the chat there. Darcy, I decided on silver of concentrate wrapped in parchment, wrapped in masking tape. Nice one. It should work. Thanks for the hey, no worries, Darcy, no worries. And this one, go for a wee bit thicker. But yeah, passing machine's very handy. It is handy if you're going to do any amount of sculpting. It is very handy to have. Same again with this guy, just getting that natural rolled edge. Oh, actually I'm going to do that again. There's a wee bit of air in there I have trapped. I'll do that again. It's no good. Like I said, just paranoid. Just a paranoid that having one thing ruined on me. I'm like, there's no way that's going to happen again. Silver, that's it. Getting down to about 10 or 15 minutes. Silver, you know what I do? See, when I make a video or when I do a recording, say I've sat here for 3 hours and I've been making something and I've got all that footage recorded, I'll sit and watch through that whole 3 hours and sit and take notes and say, right, at 10 minutes, molding or kneading sculpey. So from 10 minutes to 12 minutes, I can fast forward. I can just bang, cut that up times 10, skip through all that. People don't need to sit and watch that, and then watch it. You know what I mean? And whatever I'm watching, I'm trying to watch it from the approach of if I was watching somebody else's video, what I don't need to see and what I do need to see. And I'm telling you, see, if you do that, you'll get your videos down to 15-20 minutes, no problem, no problem. But it just takes a lot of time, and you know, I'll do that, and you maybe get 3 hours footage down to about maybe 1.5 hours, and then you sit and watch through it again and say, right, what else can be cut out here? What doesn't need? What's not important? Do you know what I mean? What's the key parts of the video kind of thing? So yeah, Silver, once you start working on that, honestly, and you'll get the hang of it very quickly, very quickly. Don't do, yeah, this is not a tutorial, aye. Pandaren Brewmaster, what about you? Could you show a close-up of my heads? There, like your tiki carvings, you inspired me to carve an old man wood spirit. Nice one, that's right. That's and Darth as well. Nice one, nice one. Close-up of, yeah, well this one was more of my older style tiki heads that I used to do. That would be closer to the ones that I used to carve from wood. Yeah, I know. This guy would have been the first one that I ever carved, just out of a scrap piece of wood. And then I moved on to sort of more of a mask kind of type. Again, very simple, very, very simple. You know, the way I used to think of it, if you think of anything in profile, you know, if you think of that silhouette of that profile, once you get the eye set, the nose set, and where the mouth's gonna go, everything else just follows. You know, especially with something simple like that. Just get depth on the nose, depth on the bottom of the nose, and then depth on the eyes, and figure out whether you want it, you know, sloping or yeah, you can just, yeah. But I hope that helps. I hope that helps. And then this is my most recent iterations. I really love it with the panels on it. I really can't wait to do more sort of organic stuff that are paneled, like this guy. He still needs another eye at the back here. But yeah. And to me, it's the sort of thing that could be really cool for moulding and casting. You know, I don't see any problems apart from his nostrils. If I just blocked his nostrils up a wee bit, he would be perfect for moulding and casting, and that would be so cool. So I really want to try for these guys, and then that opens up a whole different world. So yeah. Figure concrete being porous would react less to the heat. Yeah, that's it. You would think. Cut out anything where not. That's it, bots. Yeah, and the more you do it, the better you get at it. The more you do it, like say, try to re-watch your video from somebody else's perspective. Do you know what I mean? I know it can be hard sometimes, but yeah. Wood spirits popping everywhere. That's it, Darth. They're so fun to carve, Darth. You know it, man. They're so fun to carve, and you can take the details as far or what do you see? I have to show you this one. Let me see. This one here, I love this, man. This was an old root, you know, that just sort of picked up, and there's very little detail in that. There's very little. You can see the eyes aren't very deep at all. The nose there is about the deepest part, and see, you know, if you can just get that nose section nailed, everything else around it just falls into place. You know, so something I used to love doing these from odd shaped pieces of wood, and that's about the only one I have left. You know, and I think I intended to do this one actually for my dad, and then when I finished it, I was like, no, I'm gonna have to hold on to this. This is my last one. But you never know, he might end up getting it. He might end up getting it eventually. But yeah, there's no varnish on that. There's no nothing. I literally just painted in the eyes with a wee bit of paint. But that's, other than that, that's completely as I found it. You know. So yeah, it's definitely fun. Wood spirits. Really, you can get so much fun out of wood spirits. And once you get that face mastered, you know, you can move on to other things very quickly. You know. And to me, it does. The carving, the experience in wood carving does help when it comes to sculpting. It does certainly help. You know. You can rub some Vaseline in some gap areas or oil-based clay and hose. When it's cast, use baby powder palm. What Robert Talone uses, that's for casting. Yeah. Robert Talone, man, he's so good at that, and he uses an awful lot of beeswax products. He's awful into the beeswax, and you can see why. So anyway, I'll get this guy's brow on. Sorry if I'm waffling, but same as his body there, I'll just mark it first. Again, if you're sculpting along, let me know there how you're going, or if you've any problems. But just put a wee dent there just to give me a guideline, and then stick that on. And then same again, just cut off the excess. Oh, I hate this tool. Every time I usually end up jabbing myself with this bit on the end. I'll have to get another wee knife. Okay. Where's my Moira? Where are you, Moira? Same again, just cutting off the excess. I'll Moira. So, and like I said, depending on what style you want to go for, you know, if you want to put your own spin on it, you can move that brow down or move it up, or put it at a slant, at a sort of a jaunty angle can be quite nice instead of going straight across. You know, like we always say, there's no hard fast rules, not at all. Like see, just blending that edge there, just pulling that across itself and just blending that in. I'll call her Vera. Same again, just kind of squeezing in at his temples there, just to get that wee bit sort of squared. Not really squared, but yeah, sort of temple divots. And then I'm gonna take my, where's it? There's a bigger one. Oh. And this boy up, and just blend those in. Bit Frankenstein-y, bit of a Frankenstein-y vibe. And like I say, just watch this front edge, because I want to keep that. That's my, and on the front of the forehead there, I'm kind of putting a dent in the middle, and then one on either side of that. That's the sort of shape I'm going for, just to sort of box them up a wee bit. So a dent there, and a dent there, and then I'll just round that off at the top. And same again, two dents in the temples there. From the top there. Jaunty angle, that's your favourite angle? Glad to hear it, glad to hear it. But so, know any Irish names that a lot of non-Irish tend to know and how to pronounce them? Okay, like Siobhan, yeah, that's Siobhan. And ooh, that one. Not sure about that second one. Not sure about that one. Yeah. But I know Siobhan. Yeah, yeah. One of my cousins is called Siobhan. Lives down in Larne. But that second one. Sean! Good evening, Sean! Hey Andy, hey everyone. So you were alive and wanted to check in. I survived. Nice one, Sean. Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. You're still alive. You're still alive. Tag, okay. Shircy, okay. Or Cersei. Alright, Darth, yeah. Like Neve, yeah. Recycled Fantasy, good evening. So, just deciding where to stop his brow here. I think that's good. Yeah, that's good about there. Just blend that edge in a wee bit more. Okay. So I hope everyone that's following along has at least got one up to that point. If you haven't, let me know and I'll slow right down and let you catch up. But that's two with two brows and I look a bit Frankenstein-y at the minute. But yeah, we're just working our way down the face kind of thing. So that's where we are so far. Pontus, good evening Pontus, what about you? Yeah, that's it, they're getting more common. They are getting more common, the sort of Celtic names, would you call them? They've certainly got strange pronunciations. Autocorrect, yeah. I imagine having that name though, and getting autocorrected on it every time. Drink here. Cheers. Nice one, Spider-Man. Glad to hear it. Round ones, foreheads in place. Good. And Darcy, 45 minutes late. Be catching up, but you're all good. Nice one, Darcy. Like I said, I'll go slow, man. I'm not in any rush. I'll go slow. But yeah, you're just getting your basic shape and then sticking that brow on. Have first name and three names after that, last names and no one ever pronounces them correctly. Yeah, flip's sake. So nose. Pretty simple, especially on these Easter Island guys. There's not much to it at all. What am I looking for? Yes, this is way too big. Don't need that much. So I suppose you should say, I've got that in the, you can sort of see the difference in the sides there. You can see that side has been cut and the other side hasn't. It's kind of rounded. I tend to find that if you are making like a cylinder and you want to keep that end flush, if you cut it first and then sort of roll it out, it's sort of much easier to keep that side flat than it is to make it flat yourself. And you can see it's sort of staying, getting that wee divot in it sort of thing, which is all good. I think that's about long enough, maybe a wee bit shorter. Let me just squish it a wee bit. So I'm just going to cut this in half. Now I've got it sort of roughly the shape that I want it. Cut it in half, try not to squish it too much. Oh yeah, this side's better. You'll probably get a good side and a bad side. So that's what I've ended up with. I think what I'll do before I stick it on, this top end here that's gonna be it's gonna be going up into the brow. I'll just taper it out a wee bit. What do you see? Something like that. And then that'll be easier to blend. Could have used a sharper knife, but I'll still blend it after. So that's the kind of shape I'm working with there. I'll just do that once more just in case. That one to one side. Keep that just in case. Big glass of whiskey. Looks more annoyed. Nice one, that's cool. It's gonna be cool to be able to compare them after. They'll both look different, like. No need to slow down, all good, happy days. The Spider Family sculpting, yeah. And Morgan's creation, all good. Can't complain at all. So, same again, just get into kind of rough shape that I wanted. Cut the ends. Get it back into shape. And instead of cutting it in half, I suppose you could just kind of squish it into the table a wee bit. Just flatten out one edge. You might have to shorten it like after doing that. But sure, instead of cutting this one, I'll just flatten it out on the table. I ended up with sort of the same shape. Just check the length. Oh, no. Yep, that's about right. I'll maybe use my sharp knife this time just to taper this. Yeah, much better. If you've got a sharper knife to taper that, it's definitely the way to go. So yeah, you can. I'm gonna move on. Put the nose on. Time to put a nose on here. Nose surgery. I just ruined one. Oh, what have I done? I have to make it again. Well, sure. Right. So you could either mark the center point or just do it by eye. I'll put a wee mark on mine. Just something like that, just to give me a guideline. Just make sure the bottom of it is flush. And then go ahead and stick it on there. And I'm kind of pinching it on, if that makes sense. Kind of pinching it and trying to sort of roll those edges a wee bit. Trying not to damage what I've already done. But yeah, get it on there as best as I can with my fingers first. And take that, if you notice there, see the way when I cut it, it gave it like a really harsh edge. I just kind of took my thumb and just kind of softened out that edge a bit. I just want it to be a nice sort of slope down in towards his brow. And maybe take the back of my knife and just flatten that a wee bit. Okay. And then I shall use, what will I use? Say my pin. Use my pin and just kind of roll it down those edges, blend them in. Just roll it down real carefully. And really this is where you're going to spend most of your time, just sort of blending in that edge and getting that transition between the nose and the face nice and clean. And like I said, you can really use anything at all. I tend to favour sort of flatter tools. You know, you can kind of spread it around. But like a cocktail stick would do the job. You know, let me see, to have a cocktail stick. Oi, oi, Ted, what about you, man? Good evening, sir. Good evening. But yep, just using a toothpick just to blend, and I'm rolling it. Do you know what I mean? Kind of rolling it. I'm not dragging it. That's looking good. Just blend this top edge just ever so slightly. But yeah, you could pretty much use this toothpick for everything. Especially if you took this tip off it. The tip's kind of digging in a wee bit. But I just need to snip it off if I really wanted to. Okay, just make sure it's pretty much central. Okay. And you can sort of say I always sort of lean towards a bigger nose. On the bottom here, sorry, blend in the bottom, just the same again. Just rolling it down. Yep, and that's pretty seamless. And like I said, if you really wanted to go to town as far as blending and stuff goes, you could go back in and take, like I showed you, the guitar strings and kind of smooth that out even more as if you're going down your grades of sandpaper. But I mean, like I said, this is an Easter Island head. It's carved from stone, so unless you're going for a showroom piece, you really don't need to worry too much. Because what you can do, even for a stone texture, if you have something like a ball stylus or something, you can sort of go over it and give it almost a hammered texture. Yeah, I know. And I just might do that because then I'll be coming back over that with my tools and putting a line down it for a panel probably. And then using my new favourite rivet tool. Oh no, this one was better. Where is it? So that's the finish I'll be going for. And again, at this point, you could just 100% leave that nose exactly the way it is. That's perfectly fine. I'm very tempted to put on put a big set of fleur nostrils on it, just to make it a wee bit different. Sorry, there was a dog hair there. Say dog hair, can't blame the dogs, it could be a human hair. Keychain's back, nice one Keychain. What about you? Gretch, oh my god, I just got the connection. Easter Island today been Easter. Oh well, yeah, that's yeah, coincidental enough. Okay, so let me just clean him up a wee bit. And if you wanted to as well, you could take your tool, your toothpick or whatever, and press in, you know, an eye line under there kind of thing. See, I could oh yeah, fold this over. You know, you could kind of just press in the impression of an eye. Totally up to you, like, it's totally up to you. You know. Looks like my sculpey is glow in the dark. Guess I'll just blackwash the creases and see how it goes. Nice one, nice. That should be fine. That should be fine. So I'll put this guy's mouth on, and then before I move on and do that guy, might as well put his mouth on, and maybe some ears. Maybe they do have ears, like. Okay, pretty much same again with the mouth as I did with the brow, except I'll just cut off a bit more of a shape first. Try something like that. What I'm going to do is first with my ball stylus, just, where is it? Just run that along there to give it a wee bit of a ridge first, like a wee bit of a lip. And stick that on about there. Because I want to be a bit pouty, you know, bit of a pouty mouth. can just take my tool and just kind of pull that lip down a wee bit. Oh yeah. And if I wanted to, I could give him sort of a bit of a stylized chin. Like that. So yeah, that's about that. I know I sort of said he should have been more sort of oblong, so I could fix that now if I wanted to. I could put more clay on either side, but I'm happy with the shape of him. That's fine. He doesn't have to be perfect. That is fine, and I think I'll actually take that wee crease just out ever so slightly. Yeah, that's better. So yeah, and that's big enough. Keychain size, yeah, you could get away with putting that on a keychain, certainly. And I'll just go around and check there's a few wee dents and stuff on the back here. Just kind of get those smoothed out. Just kind of refining just ever so slightly. I want this kind of the ball to roll over all the surfaces just so they're kind of all uniform. But yeah, that's about him. There's not much more I can do. I could poke and prod at him there if I wanted to, but there's no real point. I'm happy with how he looks. So put it down. I smug. He smug Ted, yeah. Has anyone tried putting the sculpey in a Ziploc baggie and leaving it under warm water to soften it up? Oh no, I've never tried that. Gratch, I've never tried that. I smug you. And Sean, I know I've been sculpting, alright, yeah, been sculpting. So, right enough, Sean, you wouldn't have seen any of these guys at all. I've been sculpting, alright. I wanted to give any of my patrons that got involved in the Community Mac Challenge, I wanted to build them something. So, dude, yeah. Darcy, a video of what I am doing would be great to have going alongside yours. Or what I'm not to do example. You missed all the fun. Oh, Sean, I would think we'll do another one of these. No time, we'll do another one of these without a doubt. Give everybody a chance to get some sculpting materials, and we'll do it again without a doubt. Stone, I started with a quite bumpy and slightly odd shape, so I'll have to just work with it. Sean, totally. The odder the shape you start with, the more interesting. Do you know what I mean? Without a doubt, don't worry about the fact that, like I said, that it doesn't turn out like the shape of an Easter Island head, man. If you'd have seen the shape of this bit of tinfoil before I started, it was all over the place, man. And yeah, the weirder the shape, the better. Yeah, I know. So, get a nose on this guy. Get a wee drink. Cheers. You better watch the streams. We've got a ton of sculpey. Oh, nice one, man. Nice one. Well, plenty to be getting on with, Sean. Plenty to be getting on with. So, nose for this guy. And for this guy, I already know I'm going to give him some big flaring nostrils. So I'll just make sure to give me a wee bit of extra sculpey there at the bottom of his nose. Oh, no, bit too long. Bit too long. Just cut it at a taper there again, just to make it a wee bit easier to blend. Make two noses and pick one. Oh, just mark the center here. Crooked. And same again, just kind of pinching it and pressing it at the same time. I want this guy to have kind of a realistic nose. That's the plan for this guy. Well, as realistic as I can make it. And same again, I'll just keep using a toothpick just because it's the easiest to get a hold of. And then do I want where is it? Oh, right there. Just gonna make these a wee bit deeper on this guy. Just lift them out a wee bit. I see Dr. Toy's most recent video is a sculpting video as well. He's sculpting his own character. That'll be worth checking out. Okay, I think that's well attached. Sorry, just catching up on the chat. Let's see. Sorry for being inactive, making a chain golem. Alright. Mod Squad's on. Nice one, Ted. Who have I missed? Oh, Brick-a-Brack. Nice one, Brick-a-Brack. Oi, oi. What about you, man? Nice one. And Spider-Man, this was a fun Sunday evening activity. Nice one, Spider-Man. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it. I wouldn't mind seeing some pics. You don't know. I really wouldn't mind seeing some pics. Aye, 5 years. I just did the math. The trip I finished the equivalent of driving from Belfast to Berlin. Flip me. That's wild, man. Every time Andy makes a new head, he's got another mod to balance the force. How does one join the mod squad? Flipping T-Boat, I don't really know. I think I've got enough mods, haven't I? I think I've got enough. You never know. What happens is usually if I stream and then some of the other mods aren't there, I randomly pick somebody. Yeah. What about it? Okay, folks, about to do Scratch Lotto. If I become a millionaire, I'll send you all some presents. Nice one, Bats. Good luck. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Braves. To you and all my Irish compatriots friends, so I will Estobia and visit with some new tools. Yeah, Dr. Toys, Keegan, that's what I said, yeah. That's what I said, yep. Dr. Toys. Oh, right, the mods, okay, yeah. The mod squad, yeah. That is a thing, it is a thing, yeah. The heads are on your Insta. Nice one, Spider-Man. I'll go on and get a wee look before finish. How many mods are we now? Six, I think. What have we got? Keegan, Brick-a-Brack, Ted, Sean, Tom. Is that it? Is that 5? Well, you keep me right. I'm sure you'll keep me right. Yeah. Maybe only 4 in the chat. Yeah, but it's terrible typing skills, Ted. 5 come to mind. The 4 of us and Tom. And Keegan, Ted, Brick, Sean, Tom. That's it, yeah. That's everyone. Is Tom's a mod? Yeah, he is. Yeah, Tom's a mod, alright, yeah. He sure did. He sure is, alright. Okay. Let's give this guy his nostrils. Just round that off a wee bit first. And then just mark them out. There and there. Hopefully you can see this. Next size up. And here somewhere. Oh, come on. Nope, that's not it. Nope, that's not it either. It's in here somewhere. That's a bit too big. They're suggesting, yeah, more moths than people. I don't know about that, T-Bolt. 28. Aye, that's it. Isram, yeah, we sure are. We're painting them next week, man. Painting them here tomorrow. I'm up for it tomorrow, man. Tomorrow's Monday. You know, I am certainly up for some painting tomorrow. So, yeah, that sounds cool to you. Okay, that's just semi-realistic nose done. Just need to get some creases in it. Let's see. This boy here. Okay, now he just needs a big party mouth. Oh, and see the way he's not standing up right there like that straight? He's sort of slumped over. What I'll do is bake him the way he is, and then if he's still sort of all slumped over, I'll fix the base after, because you don't want to be sort of smooshing around at the base when you've already got him all looking nice the way you want them, kind of thing. So yeah, you can always add more when it's dry. Quite a number. Yeah, we're just the most vocal. Hi. Ezra, hey Sean, and anyone over else I've missed. Hands and clay. Oh right, yeah. How do you cure your sculpey? One of the reasons I quit using it was I didn't like how it stunk up the oven in the kitchen. Yeah, man. Yeah, true. Yeah, I do it in the oven in the kitchen. Yeah. Just keep the back door open. Yeah. His art. Good evening, his art. Andy, sorry about missing so much. Working on my mic, didn't get enough posting. Here, don't worry about his art fit me. Don't stress. Come on. Darth, does it smell when you cook it? Yeah, Darth, it does. It smells a bit plasticky. And I only have one oven. Will I still be able to use it for food? Darth, some people don't. They would say, no, I don't want to cook chemicals in my oven and then cook food in it. I do it, and it hasn't caused me any harm. It doesn't taste the food. You know, right now after baking this, I baked this this afternoon, and what I did was Mel was using the oven anyway, so when Mel was finished cooking dinner, I just turned it down to 100 and stuck him in for about 20 minutes, and then after 20 minutes just turned the oven off and let him cool down inside it. And yeah, the kitchen smelled a wee bit, but it's nothing that doesn't go away after a while. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Buy a toaster oven and do it outside. That's true. Just don't bake it at the same time as your sausage rolls. That's it, Spider-Man. That's it. And they say it's safe. Yeah, like I said, I do it all the time. I did it all the time. It's never done any harm. It really hasn't. Yeah, I know. Same again, just rolled out a quick sheet for a big pouty set of lips. Bigger one. That's it, break a brack. Open the window, or the back door. Open the back door. Incense, I knew what you meant. I knew what you meant. You passed the press, so brilliant, Spider-Man. Yeah, brilliant. Yeah, that's the Predator call, alright. Yeah. Okay. Will do, Sean. Nice one. That sounds like a plan, man. Sounds like a plan. Catch you later, Sean. Catch you later. Alrighty. Okay. Alright. think that's him done. Ooh, ears. I should really put ears on, shouldn't I? Yeah. Wouldn't feel right. It wouldn't feel right now putting ears on. Do I put ears on this guy? Not sure. Not sure. Ram! Good evening, Ram. What about you, man? Man, what a time I had last night. Some of your videos, flip me. That's wild. Dreamcatcher? Flip me, dude. That was a whole new world to me. I'd never seen anything like that before. It was like one song was like a whole musical journey through every genre. Unreal, Ram. Really? The total for tomorrow is over 300 million. Morgan Chain Golem's ready for priming. Nice one. Nice one. What's going on? Reminds me of Mick Jagger. Yeah. This is Sunday. Oh yeah, Ram, without a doubt, Lazy Sunday. You said it, man. You said it. Nose definitely really sells it. Up to that point, he was looking like someone with a legit bowl haircut. Hi, I know, man. Yeah. The one, oh right. Spock ears, I don't know about that. These make me think of the mask from Crash Bandicoot, yeah. Especially this guy, yeah. We could maybe do that in the next sculpt. I'll maybe do that in the next sculpt, do a tiki mask. Do a fully blown tiki mask. One from a Genesis video, I always forget the name of those puppets. Sounds like air fresheners mostly just drop into the carpet. Hi Ram here, no problem, man. And bric-a-brac, yeah, without a doubt, good recommendation, man. Good recommendation, yeah. Plasti Marcelissimo. I think I've got that right. Regards from Chile, nice one. What about you? Those are all tiki inspired, okay. If you only give everyone wants some plastic spoons. Ringo Starr, hands in the air, not air. Moa, okay. So yeah, what more is it? What time is it? It's only 5 to 11. I'll give one of these guys some ears. Let's see. Okay, just pretty much try to make a box section, really. It's just gonna be yeah, there's not much to them really. Okay, just square off the bottoms a wee bit. Kind of a wedge shape, it's a wee bit tapered, bit of a taper on it there. Oh, sorry babe, you stay there. Oh, bit long. Ted. Good night, Ted. Nice one. Thanks for jumping in, man. Good night, sir. I shall catch you later. Oh yeah, that's better. Oh, scuffing it up there. So you gotta be careful you don't wreck what you've already done, like. You do gotta be careful. Okay. Brick. Eyes room. Oh, train by Aaron, nice one. I missed you coming in there, I think, Aaron, nice one. Train by Aaron, what about you, man? What about you? I'm not sure if I missed you or not. Eyes room. Bots, you have quite a showing today. How many people are in here? Here, 30, man. Well spotted. Flip me, nice one. Happy Easter, everyone. Thanks for jumping in. 30? You're not wrong, boy. You're not wrong. Oh, Brick, thank you. Only 25 likes. 30 people up in here and there's only 25 likes. Something not right there. I did the quick mouse there. That's not right. That's not right. I'm on 2 connections, but it only allows 1 like. Okay, yeah. Let's see. Just get these blended. I had to laugh though, Ram, on your reactions videos. I do exactly the same thing. Watching something for the first time, pause it, go back, watch a wee bit more, pause it, go back, and I'm watching it going, yep, I'd be doing exactly the same thing. Wait a minute, what just happened there? Hold on, go back a wee bit. Yeah. Okay, that's the ears just about blended, I think. Lost a wee bit of definition there just underneath the eyes, so I just want to go back and try to lift that out a wee bit. Oh yeah, that's better. Just give that a wee bit more of a shadow. Yep, that's good. Mouth's looking good. Just a bit of a smudge there. It's a bit annoying. Right in there. Yeah, that's him. That's him. Sort of stylized, as you can see. I took liberties when it came to the stylization of them, but that's the way I do things. You know, there's sort of more closer to the original. I sort of held back as much as I could. I'll maybe deepen those eyes a wee bit though. Just like that there. Push that in a wee bit. Bit better. Okay, so they're ready now. Just to put, I want to put some panel lines on them now, like the rest of these guys. Yeah, I know. What time is it? Oh, 10 past 11. Not too bad. Not too bad. Let me get panel lines done in one, or maybe get the eyeball done on the back of this guy. He needs an eyeball right about there. So can maybe do that. Let's see. Oh, easy. Let's see. See, caught up. Working on the Bowie bots. Especially with them, there's so much going on. Yeah, take them spiral. On the big team, you can go one take, but both on the same account. So if you click, yeah, that's it. It'll only give you one like. Yeah, that's it. And that's you off by. That's true, Spider-Man. If there's two people that are watching, yeah. 27 views, 27 likes. Nice one, Brickerback. Not in the card since there are four lights. Phone for chat, computer to see what I'm doing. Nice one, Ezra. Gum. That's true. Those are East Riding heads. Yeah, Silver. That's it. Yeah. From Night at the Museum. Yeah. I've done this sculpt 1 plus step behind the whole time and no idea, but have figured it and very happy with the results so far. Thanks for an intro and another possible. Happy days, Darcy. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear it, Darcy. Spider-Man, Darcy, don't forget the hashtag Andy Macca Head Evening. Andy Macca Head Evening, that sounds good to me. I shall use the same hashtag. Andy Macca Head Evening. Andy Macca Head Evening. Will do, Spider-Man. Yep. I think I'll have to break out the sculpt Andy sent me. Oh, that's right, Tom. That's right. I forgot that you got another. That's true. Nice one. Get it out there. And Brick-a-Brack, any idea when you're streaming to tonight? Not at the minute. Not at the minute. There wasn't really any big rush. It's 10 past 11 at the minute. I'll maybe do this eyeball and then call it quits. And pick it up again tomorrow night. Here tomorrow. I'm happy to pick it up tomorrow night if you're up for it. You know. I'm down to post it on Insta when done. Nice one. Nice one. This will be cool. Yeah. So Brick-a-Brack, yeah, I'll not go much longer tonight. I'll get this eyeball on this guy and call it quits for tonight. And then nearly racked him, did I? And let me see, tomorrow I'll do the panel lines on these guys off camera because you've already seen me doing it with these. And get them baked, and then tomorrow night we'll start painting. That's if you're up for that. Danielle, sounds good to you. Happy days, Danielle. Brick-a-Brack, down to post bots. Bots, am I wrapping up? If so, Andy, see you all. Not just yet, bots. Give me about 10 or 15 minutes, and I'll wrap up. So we bake it on a baking sheet. I'll look it up. Yeah, I would put it on a baking sheet. Yeah, don't put it on the stuff you're gonna cook on, man. Yeah. Baking sheet, but yeah. Something. Ram, nice one, Ram. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be cooking on it though. Yeah, I know. So let's see for this eyeball. What sort of size am I gonna go for? Something about that. Oh yeah. I want this to be a big bulbous, grotesque thing. But if anybody's still sculpting the Easter Island head there and needs any help or anything, certainly give me a shout there in the chat. Give me a shout. Brick-a-Brack just found a big packet of Sculpey in the drawer. Brick-a-Brack, that's exactly what happened to me with that packet. I would not have been buying Sculpey to go out and sculpt. No way. No way. I was clearing out the corner of the room there and I found that in the box that it was posted in. It wasn't even out of the box. So yeah, I really did think that I'd give Tom the last time of Sculpey. Yeah, I know. So yeah, that's a nice wee surprise. Kajama. Man, me too, Brick-a-Brack. I was so surprised. I haven't picked up a piece of Sculpey in a long time, and I had no intention of doing so. And yeah, I've enjoyed this weekend. It's been so enjoyable, man. I'll definitely be doing more sculpts. I want to do a full mech build now in Sculpey. Yeah, I know. That is definitely the plan. So, from here, I've got a big sort of bulbous type thing. I want to roll out a wee bit more Sculpey. Used Fimo a lot, yeah. And bots, like that one looks like a troll, yeah. He's looking pretty cool. We'll get this extra A on the back. And he'll be looking even weirder. Yeah, I've never used Fimo myself, but I hear it is just the same as Sculpey, just different colours. Morgan's Creations, it looks like I'm streaming tomorrow, man. Indeed it does. Yeah, I'm streaming tomorrow night. Why not? I'm having too much fun with this. A video can wait. Although I'll I'm trying to concentrate on making shorts as well, so I can get a short made at some point. Darcy, definitely different feeling, different to work with when you expect it. Had someone to draw for years, was fun, forgiving, can't sculpt as many times as needed. Aye. There's Predator back. Okay, there's the top eyelid. There's the bottom one. Yeah, definitely a bit of an odd fellow. I can't remember, was it Bric-a-Brac suggested putting the eye on the back? I'm not sure. Keep me right there if I got that wrong, but yeah. Somebody threw the idea out last night, stick an eyeball on the back there. And why not? Bric-a-Brac, was you alright? Oh, it's just a wee pair of beady eyes, alright. Did I interpret it differently, maybe? I could say. I pursued my glow-in-the-dark mushrooms and never had food. Nice one. Crack the seal. That's it, Darcy. Get it cracked open there for a bit of crack, why not? So there we go. He's a bit of an odd fellow. Maybe put another couple of snakes there and underneath that. Models are fun. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What is it you call? Cujin sent me it. There was some in his artwork. Was it a seeker? I think I would like to make a seeker. Obviously I've no clue about Dungeons and Dragons or 40k or any of that stuff, but those seekers are awesome looking. I would like to make my own in sort of my own style. Mr. Growlaxis. I think I've got that right. Nice one. Thanks for jumping in, man. Appreciate it. Good looking work. Thinking of a beholder. Morgan I am. What did I say? A seeker? Oh yeah, where have I got that? I'm thinking of a beholder. You're right. You're totally right. It's called a beholder. There you go. That's how much you know about it. You're totally right, man. That is it. Some more snaky things in there. Why not? Maybe another one there. Why not? But yeah, sculpey is definitely fun for doing sort of grotesque things that get to. I think the fact that it's flesh coloured helps a wee bit. And if I wasn't going to do panel lines, you know, then I'm going to go over and do all these panel lines and studs. If I wasn't doing that, I would be going in with the likes of my pin tool or whatever and putting in creases, you know, like crow's feet and stuff, especially up in here. But because I'm doing those panel lines, I really don't need to worry too much about those details. Yeah, I know. So just get it to the point where it's looking just sort of smooth. Roll that back a wee bit. Okay. Don't want to prod at him no more. As he prods at it a wee bit more. So let's see, what did we get done tonight? Clear this up. Beholder. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Morgan's Creations, that's it, yeah. Has a load of eyes, yeah. Seekers catch snitches. That's true, Ezra. Different states. It has different states. Okay, Morgan, I didn't know that now. It reminded me of one of the monsters from Doom. That's what it reminded me of, the Beholder. Sounds awfully specific. Like the disc, and this is when a beholder has a nightmare about bloodlust. My word, seriously? So the death kiss is when a beholder has a nightmare about blood loss. My word. If you need a 3D reference on it, the beholder I made on it. Will do, Morgan, will do. I'll get a wee look. Yeah. So let's recap. Got a pretty stylized, done in my own style, Easter Island head. Ready for panel lines and rivets, and then like more of a sort of more traditional Easter Island head, ready for panel lines and rivets, and then finished off this guy. He's ready for panel lines and rivets also. He's just, yeah, wild. That's wild. But this is the stuff you come up with, isn't it? Like. So yeah, tomorrow night, like I say, I will get, tomorrow afternoon, I'll get all the panel lines done on these guys, get them baked, and then there's 4 ready for painting. I mean, that one could do with some more paint too. So that'll be the plan for tomorrow night. If you just want to join me tomorrow night, I don't know. Spider-Man can't come to the stream. No worries, Spider-Misses. Cooking heads, nice one. And Ezra, a lot harder to get the seam line out than you thought. Yeah, Ezra, like I say, try to be pulling it, if you know what I mean. You know, you're kind of pulling it across itself. See they got there? Yeah, I know. Yeah, I'll show that once more. But yeah, kind of using, see, there's a big old seam there, but you're just sort of gently pulling it across itself. Yeah, I know. And then it helps sometimes to go in opposite directions too. But yeah, and certainly something flat, anything flat and rounded, see, rolling it over, you'll find smooth stuff out really well. I know sometimes it can be hard to get into cracks and stuff, but yeah, I do that an awful lot on seams and stuff. You know, when something's just fresh joined, just come over it with any kind of roller. And for getting the spots, you've probably seen me. You know, using the ball stylus is very handy for tight, tight places. So, yeah, man, you'll get the hang of it. Darcy, you bring it up in the oven. Bring it up now. Nice one. I'll post some pics of mine before I bake them. What about that? I'll post some pics before I bake them, and then at least we'll all get our pics up at the same time. Hashtag Andy Maca Heads. Is that right? Andy Maca Heads. I'll check yours. Yeah. But give me two ticks. I'm gonna run to the bathroom here. I'll be right back. 2 ticks. sorry about that. That was touch and go. Woo. But yeah. Let me see. Ezra was out for a smoke break. I know, man. Sorry. I'm gonna wrap up here anyway, Ezra. I'm gonna wrap up. Darcy, Andy Mac ahead evening. Yes, Spider-Man, if you're right. Andy Mac ahead evening. Andy Mac ahead evening. Yeah. And you want to bake it before you drop it. That's it. Save your work. Get it baked there. And Spider-Man, no, it won't melt. You'll be fine. What do you see, man? And what about Andy Aztec? Andy Aztec. Oh, Andy Aztec. Because you know technology can remember it. Yeah. Yes, Q-Gent, nice one. Yes, I'm back. So, yeah. Like I said, I think that's me done. Don't think it was anything. Was there anything to show? I'll definitely be going on Instagram tomorrow night anyway and showing off what we've been up to. And as you know, CMC is still running. It's still running. It'll be coming to end first week in May. So still work away at that. And yeah, that's about it for the night. I think that's about it. Yeah, I know. I hope everyone's turned out okay. Everyone that was following along. I hope it all turned out alright. Definitely looking forward to seeing them. Yeah, I know. Oh, sorry, you're back. Well, hello and goodbye. I'm just on my way out. Morgan's Creations, alrighty, man. Will do, yeah. See you tomorrow. What's the head hashtag? Yes, we just decided there. It's Andy Macca Head Evening. Andy Macca Head Evening. And sure, if you forget, sir, the likes of Spider-Man there, when he posts his, you can check what hashtag he used, you know. But yeah, Andy Macca Head Evening. I know it's a bit of a mouthful, like, but sure, it's a bit of fun. It's only a bit of crack. Yeah, I know. And Spider-Man, if you want to do ugly heads now, okay, yeah. Nice one, Spider-Man. Cool. We'll maybe sort something out. Nice one. Andy Macca Head Evening. That's it, Darcy. Nice one. Andy Macca Head Evening. And Ram, appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Thank you. See you tomorrow. Will do, man. Will do. Nice one. Appreciate it. Spider-Math is already there. Nice one, Spider-Math. Nice one. Osmagic, read you soon, Osmagic, will do. Gonna edit, Sarah, nice one. Andy Macca Head Evening. Nice one, Brackerbrack, nice one. Yeah. Yes, Tom, bye, mate. Goodbye, Tom. That's a fun ending, everyone. Yeah, me too, Darcy. I had fun tonight too, man. Thank you. And the missus. Yes, Spider Missus. Good night, Spider Missus. Good job. Nicely done. This is super fun. I've been thinking about making one for my dad for a while. Ezram, nice one. Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it, Ezram. You never know. We'll see. I'll maybe sort out something. Maybe send you one if you fancy one. We'll maybe sort something out, man. Well, maybe I'd like your dad to have one. It would be cool. You know. That's of course if you don't sort him out with one anyway. You might sort him out with one there. Yeah, I know. Danielle. Yes, good night, Danielle. Good night. And Jay, was it your other half, Danielle? I think I've got that right. Jay, good night, man. If you're there. And if I've got that wrong, I apologise. Takes me a wee while to get the names in my head. Turn the lights off on the way out. That sounds like a plan, man. Yeah. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. So yeah, turn the lights off on the way out. And I'll catch us all later. But yeah, same time tomorrow night, 9 o'clock tomorrow night. Yeah, I know. Nice one, Ezra. Well, we'll do. We'll talk later. Yes, Darth. Good night, Darth. See you later, man. Thank you. Thanks for jumping in. Good day. A good day to everyone. And bots, if you're still there, man. Good day, bots. See you later, man. And all the mods, thank you. Brickabrack, Cujin, Sean, Ted, and Tom. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate this. Oh, nice one. I remembered. Here, Danielle. I'm very surprised. I was surprised you coming back there and said, no, it's David or something. Or no, it's... Well, nice one. Nailed it. Happy days. Glad to hear it. And yeah, good night, folks. See you all later. Appreciate it. Bye. Bye.